handlebar accessory mounts that allow adjustments in fore, aft, and up and down positions, along with multiple accessory mounting solutions. Hi, Gordon, Tool Guy here. I want to talk about our adjustable handlebar riser system. This is a brand new system. We're very proud of it. We developed this over a year ago after doing a couple of days on the TAT, where you are riding on the highway and you're doing a lot of dirt road, off-road stuff. And the ideal is that you need the bars down when you're on the highway for long touring, but you want them up when you start getting off-road. It increases that push-up effect where you've got more strength and leverage with your arms closer to your shoulders, your hands closer to your shoulders, as opposed to down at your waist. So standing up, you needed to raise the bars and find that sweet spot. So we've come up with a riser system. We'll show you just how easy it is to install this thing. This is a stock DR650 Suzuki. This is my own personal bike. But as you can see over here, we've got one that we've used in R&D for the later model KLR Kawasaki 650s, the early model 2007 and below KLR Kawasaki 650. We've got our XR 650L for the Hondas. We've got all of these triple clamps for the R&D to make sure that our risers fit each one. What we're going to concentrate on today is changing out a set of stock bars, stock caps from my DR to the RRR riser system, and just show you how easy it is. Now, we will be using a cordless drill for speed, just to try to speed up the footage. If this looks awkward, it is. I'm going to work backwards as best I can, so hopefully I don't make a big mess of this, but watch as we go. Let me start by this. If you've got a way to suspend this or to have a friend hold it up, it'd be a lot quicker. You're going to have a master cylinder, you're going to have clutch cables, mirrors, and other things on here. So having a person by to help you, or having this suspended from the ceiling some way so that you can work and not make drop it and so forth, would be a big help. We will not be reusing any of the stock caps, so we'll move those out of the way. Here's our handlebars. Of course, we could either fold them forward on the bike, have someone hold them, as I said before. First thing we'll be doing is, I'm just going to remove those for sight. We'll be replacing the handlebar cap with our base plate. I want to talk about bolts for just a minute. The stainless bolts that we supply for our caps are very different from the cap bolts that we supply for the base. Stainless steel is equal to about 90,000 psi per square inch tensile strength. The 12.9s that we use, the high strength, these are steel. They will eventually rust, exposed to the weather, but they are equivalent to a grade 8. This has 150,000 pounds per square inch tensile strength versus the 90 that a stainless does. They're not substitution capable. You've got to use the high strength bolts. I apply everything with a Loctite Blue thread locking agent. Not only is it a lubricant, it is also a thread locking compound that allows easy removal. These are high strength bolts. This is a high strength application. These are 8mm, and the standard torque for 8mm is 14 foot-pounds. I'm going to use the cordless drill just as a means of speeding up the process. "14 foot-pounds, these are locked in. The joint, the external step joint, goes to the outside on each one. These accept our specially machined external joints. This is the upper riser. These go in with again, this being fully threaded, we're going to thread in our high strength JIS 10.9 12mm bolt. These have a capacity of 60 foot-pounds of torque, and they're chosen for for that strength reason, but also so they would fit a 17 millimeter, and I'll explain the importance of that here in just a minute as we start getting into the adjustment process. You got a flange bolt, high strength. You got a flange nut that we'll tighten up after we get our adjustments made. We'll do this for both sides. Again, I'm using the cordless drill for speed. Just going to put a little bit of just finger tight on these just to hold them in place while we install the bars. We're going to initially put on our stock caps. When I say stock, these are the ones that we stock. These are not the accessory caps that we sell as an option. This comes standard in your kit. I will point out one difference in these versus the most stock caps and those of our competitors. These are stainless bolts. These are fine for the 14 foot-pounds of torque. They're not the high-strength bolts that we used in the bottom. The application here is not as demanding. While we're here, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Safety. We took the time to make sure we used high-strength bolts for the base. We used high-strength bolts for the joint, and we're making sure everything is 14 foot-pounds of torque and blue Loctite. These bolts go to 60. I'm going to go in here and now put on the accessory dash, and then we'll go through an adjustment process where we can show you the movement that's possible. Somebody asked why have a handlebar adjuster and why you would want to change it. Obviously, as we said earlier in the video, that we're riding on the highway. We may want this down. We may need a little bit more room on the bike, so we've got a longer reach. We can get ourselves out of the wind, so we lean forward. In this case, you would probably want to articulate the riser forward, the bars backwards. Vice versa, if you want to gain a little more bar and have less reach because you want to stand more straight up, you could articulate the riser backwards and the bars more towards you for a comfortable feel. You can find what's ergonomically best for you in terms of that. Ideal being mostly that most people want this down for highway use, a more comfortable reach. Standing up on the pegs off-road, you're going to want it up. And again, you've got the same articulation adjustments forward and aft. You can get any combination of this you want. Be careful to use the right, make sure you've got clearance for your throttle, for your brake cables, your clutch cables, and your electronics. Make sure you're not putting in a pinch. But you find the sweet spot, one bolt. This is the largest wrench we sell in our kit. You simply dial in the sweet spot. Okay. Again, our kit has this supplied Allens to hold to fit this cap system. All right, so with one hand, we've adjusted the caps, we've adjusted the risers. Now we'll go to our tightening. Again, you want about 60 pounds on this. This is a JIS high-strength bolt. JIS supplies us with the 17 millimeter that we need to fit our wrench. We'll do this on both sides. And then we would move to the inside flange nut, which is another high-strength item. It's the riser block. The base block is fully threaded. There we are. We've got it up for standing up use. We can better articulate right and left with our shoulders. We've got ourselves in a better position. We reach the road. We simply loosen the lock nut. We take our one wrench, and we're back down to highway mode. Just that easily. And we did all this so that you could make these quick adjustments, roadside or trail side. This is our plain dash. We offer the dash also with holes. As you can see here, we've got in our plate, we've got a double USB port for charging the phones and different things. We've got a voltmeter and, of course, my favorite, power outlet. Motorcycle supply, 12 volt power. I want to point out one last feature of all of our adjuster caps. Both the stock cap, standard cap that comes with the system, and our accessory dash all comes with a flat top surface. This allows us to mount a ram ball anywhere in here. This 8mm hole is the same as this 8mm hole, so if I want to put a ram mount right there to mount a GoPro camera right here in front of me, when you put an accessory directly in front of you, it's in your line of sight. You see where your front tire's going as well as what your instruments are telling you. Thank you for watching.